stories of different accountants who are advocating and paying the right taxes. So before we proceed with the questions about taxes, can you please tell us a short background on how you started your career as an accountant?
Okay. Ilang years na ba ako? I think almost 9 years na rin ako as practicing yung accountancy profession. So I started after my graduation from UST. I started as an accounting associate sa company namin. So it's a firm owned by my parents. Both of my parents are accountants. Yes. So sabi niya, anak, pwede bang tumulong ka naman pagkatapos mo ng graduation, dito ka na magtrabaho. So yung, small firm caters to different companies from different industries. So after nun, I decided to work in a different environment. Kumbaga, I'm not working with my parents, but yung environment na talagang work talaga siya. Walang parang yung iba yung relationship just because hindi mo siya kamag-anak.
No special treatment po.
Oo, and then I transferred to San Miguel Corporation. I started as a junior accountant, handling different projects, mostly land reclamation projects, so mga special projects. I've been there for almost 4 years. And then suddenly I decided, sabi ko, parang nag-stuck na ako dun sa position na yun. So I'm looking for new challenges. And then yun, nagkaroon ng opportunity outside, and that was about 3 years ago. And then the opportunity to work as a chief accountant of this hospital was offer sa akin, and then I said yes. So after a year, I was promoted to finance manager. And then recently, just recent lang, this January, I was promoted now as the chief of the financial management division. So I really started from yung rank and file. Yun lang, sinuwerte lang din ako that I wasn't really been exposed to supervisory, but then the CFO that time really trusted me na kaya ko. And yun nga, parang I took it as parang challenge nung time. And well, presently naman, hindi din naman ako nagkamali sa decision.
But accountancy, ma'am, is a personal choice talaga.
Oo. Actually, parang kasi from the time na, before kasi nung estudyante pa lang ako sa UST, my parents would say, oh anak, mag-ano ka na, learn how to bookkeep. So, pagtapos ko ng class, I would go to the office and then I do yung mga worksheet, mga ganun, columnar, and then I do the bookkeeping. Tapos parang I find it much, the accounting profession kasi mas lalo ko siyang appreciate nung naging chief accountant na ako dito. Kasi nakita mo na yung kabuuan that accounting for all the transactions of a company, and then you're going to process them into meaningful reports kasi it really matters. Nakita nila if the company is doing well, saan siya magastos, saan yung kumikitang business, what type of machine, and things like that. So it really helps the management to come up with decisions na to grow, syempre, to grow the company in the long run, yung talagang like 5 years or something like that. So parang, at that point, parang sabi ko, numbers lang. Parang, in numbers, ang dami niyang, parang ang bigat ng significance niya. And presently, yung work ko rin as sa finance, no? We do the interpretation of the numbers. After accounting, post all the transactions, pasok kami doon. Doon namin nakikita yung mga inefficiencies, saan yung may mali, nakokorek yung process. So, parang the numbers guide us. Where are we going to focus our, saan namin i-focus yung aming resources, saan namin i-focus yung aming manpower, kung saan man. So parang it really helps the business run based on the numbers.
What is the biggest risk that you have taken?
Risk. So I think way back kasi nung nasa San Miguel, there was one time na merong na-assess, syempre BIR kasi maraming assessment nun eh. And I don't know, the BIR examiners kasi parang iniimbento lang yung assessment nila, parang baseless, no? and then dadaanin ka sa sindak, and then parang, syempre for you to be dealing with those type of people na very confident, yung parang gamay na nila yung ganun. Parang ang hirap kasing i-take yung risk na i-give in ka sa kanila, or are you going to ilalaban mo through legal means. So, syempre, at that age, yung time na yun, I was just, bata pa ako, so, siguro mga 26, or ganyan. So, before din kami humarap dun sa ano na yun, we review yung mga sinasabi nilang allegations na meron kaming undeclared, something like that. So, yung risk lang on how you're going to manage the negotiations with these BIR examiners. Kasi syempre, pag nakitaan nila ng hint, ay talagang ano yan, they're going to take in yung additional mga deficiencies ng companies. And sometimes yung mga assessment nila is really, it's not just a million, but millions and billions of pesos na titignan mo rin naman talaga, wala talagang basihan. So, nasa sa'yo yun, depende sa'yo yung how you're going to face yung negotiations at the same time, bit-bit mo din yung pangalan ng company na nire-represent. So, yun. Pero so far naman, as far as parang we kept naman na talagang idaan to legal means kasi kung nilalaban talaga na.
So, ma'am, what do you love the most about being an accountant?
Being an accountant kasi talaga is really, for accountant, again, the main ko talaga is yung integrity. Yung practicing mo, the core value within. Na because of so many forces outside within you, in your environment, it can be in your workplace, it can be the management, how you deal with the management, how you deal with the external, like the government. Doon ka matitest eh. And yun, nung pumayag ako with this type of profession, I always practice yung the integrity and honesty. Na pag minsan sinasabi, wala na bang hindi mo magagawa niyan, yun na ba yun talaga? Kasi sir, yun talaga eh. So parang paninindigan ko yun eh. Kahit maganda, sabi ko nga, I don't want to report a over-reported na net income just to, show something na okay, when in fact it's not. So ang gusto ko lang is very honest and open sa management na this is it eh. Yun, kung magalit sila, I know for myself that I did my part. And that was just my work talaga. And yun yung parang kahit nadadaan ka sa, may iba kasi nadadaan sa pressure eh. Pag sinabi mo, parang you're being paid for doing that eh. Pero sa akin, I would really, talagang hindi sir, hindi kasi talaga.
So, ma'am, you've mentioned that one of your core values is integrity. What do you think are the other core values that an accountant should have? Aside from integrity.
Siguro yung yung honesty. Honesty in a sense na you're going to be yung hindi ka nadadala sa kasi parang yung mga parang under the table na just because yung galing mo bigyan kitang extra. At the point sabi ko nga yung honesty in such a way na bigyan ka man ng malaking pera, you're not going to do something for your own personal gain.
You will not do that.
Kaya sabi ko, ito yung ko eh. So kahit anong mangyari, bigyan man ako ng or meron man ako makitang loophole in the process or anywhere that I can pwede kong pero sabi ko, no, ayokong dumihan yung pangalan ko for something na makaka-affect, and hindi na sa pangalan ko, but also the accountancy profession also. Nakakahiya kasi pag parang, magaling yan, magaling magtago. Parang I don't want to be famous for that. Magaling yan. Pero it's such a way na sabihin nila, magaling yan kasi talagang she's very honest in her work. Tapos siguro also yung consistency. Siyempre, maaari ngayon I may say na yun nga, I-practice what I preach. Pero siyempre yung consistency na pinanindigan mo talaga yung decision mo. Kasi, yun nga, again, because of the factors and the forces outside, minsan kasi yung pakikisama, things like that, so minsan naisip ko na lang parang yun, just because you do the good thing kasi you gain enemies eh. So sabi ko, walang ano sa akin yun. The point is, I'm just doing my job. So, syempre at this age, medyo bata pa, people think that I am really, yun, ay hindi kaya, ganyan. Pwede yung sindakin, ganyan. So, that was about 3 years ago na experience ko yun. I was just 28 years old then. Sabi ko, papanindigan ko kahit may mga bully or may mga pressures, gagamitan ka ng name dropping, ganyan. So sige, go ahead. Sa akin din naman babalik si sir, gaganon ako. And pininindigan ko naman yung and sabi ko so far, yun din naman yung, siguro din yun din ang reason kung bakit din naman andito pa ako. And then I was, parang pa rin, I'm doing the best of my capability. And yun nga, the promotion is really, tuloy-tuloy pa rin siya. So I think, yung mga values na yun, really helped me para maabot ko rin to who I am.
What does it mean po when the people say that taxes are the lifeblood of the government?
Siyempre sa taxation tinuro yan, the lifeblood doctrine. Sabi kasi niyan, the time, yung taxes na kinukuha from all other sources are to be used for the projects of the government. It can be infrastructure, it can be about the health, anything about the welfare of the yung sinasakupan niyan. So, syempre, kung hindi ka nagbibigay ng tax, hindi magagawa ng government yung mga gusto nilang changes dito sa Philippines, for example. So, yun din naman yung reason din, parang as a citizen of the Philippines, I'm being protected. So, to participate in the government's projects, yun yung contribution. So, yun. So, syempre, kung walang taxes, wala rin pagkukunin yung government. So, that's kaya lifeblood doctrine.
So you think, ma'am, it's properly allocated naman by the government?
That I cannot say kasi parang like sa amin, hospital setting, it is really obvious that si government is kulang pa yung allocation like for the health ang daming Filipinos that are not really prepared to allot funds for hospitalization. Talagang gipitan kung gupitan, and ang dami nag-a-avail ng kanyari PCSO or something. So parang they have to still ensure talaga na properly distributed siya. Kumbaga, hindi lang nakatol like infra lang. It has to be balanced with education. Pero kailangan kung mag-allot man sila, hindi man siguro equally, but yung talagang significant amount. Dahil, syempre, nag-grow din ang population ng Pilipinas. And, lumalaki yung and yun yung nakikita namin, yun yung nakikita kong difficulties ng mga, like for us, mga patients namin na they're not prepared. They're always looking for medical assistance, financial assistance for hospitalization. And sad to say, ang dami talagang yung wala talagang. So, malaking role ni government to allot a huge budget for health hospitalization.
So, do you believe po na accountants are the mediators between the government and the taxpayers? Like, you are the middleman with both between the.
I think yes, no, kasi there are so many si tax accountants kasi they compute for the taxes na kailangan i-remit. You're doing, again, yun yung parang kapalit mo, yung contribution mo to the government. For example, I'm running a business and kumita ako. So my contribution to the government for them to push through with their projects, I will allot a portion of my income for taxes. And the role of the tax accountant is to compute for the right amount of tax para yun yung maibayad ng taxpayer. So, syempre, kung mali yung na-compute, hindi parang hindi siya hindi na nakukuha ng government yung sapat na share niya dun sa pag-run mo ng business niya. So, yun.
What do you think are the top three possible reasons why accountants or the business owners do not pay the right taxes?
Siguro one can be, kasi nagsa-start up pa lang siya. Hindi pa niya masigurado yung growth ng business niya. Siguro starting up pa lang siya to yung cash. Siyempre, sisimula pa lang, walang enough capital to support eh. Or siguro malaking factor is, yun nga, dahil ang dami nating naririnig na yung mga yung about the funds. Parang ikaw, syempre, parang para saan pa magbabayad ako ng tamang tax kung malalaman ko na lang napupunta sa bulsa ng iba, di ba? Parang ang sakit-sakit. Parang pinaghirapan mo, you're just trying to be honest eh, but those people in the government are not honest. So, I'd rather hold na lang yung tamang tax. Kung ano lang yan, yung sa tingin ko parang comfortable akong ibigay, yun na ibibigay ko. Or, siguro third, talagang ano lang sila, talagang gahaman. Medyo talagang sila mismo, ayaw, yeah, sila mismo yung nag-utos nun. Hindi lang dahil, pero meron silang option, but still, they wanted to do that way. Talagang medyo may magic na nangyayari.
Some accountants po are paid higher salaries in exchange for them to manipulate their clients' taxes. Ano po masasabi niyo dun?
Nalulungkot ako sa ganun. So parang, yun nga, again, ako I'd rather be paid for something na ginawa ko ng honest. I don't want to be proud of myself because magic ko yung nung isang company. Parang, konsensya na lang. Ano yun? Konsensya na lang na kumuha ka ng ganyang profession tapos dudumihan mo lang. And I don't want to add up to those accountants na nadawit because of those, yung mga tax evasion, things like that. Nakakaawa actually. And actually, syempre may mga ibang rin na mas marami pa silang kliyente kasi ganun ang ginagawa nila. Hindi ako na-amaze or hindi ako na natutuwa because of those types of na amenable sila sa ganung practice. I am really nalulungkot ako with that situation.
Pero have you been asked personally to manipulate? Have you had clients that ask you to manipulate their taxes?
Siguro yung before, yun nga, yung dati ko pang work, yung mga small companies, again, because of the reason na wala talagang pera, and talagang wala rin may pambabayad, merong case. But during those times, hindi pa kasi ako licensed eh. Parang susunod ka sa utos ng ng boss mo or kung sino man siya. Masakit siyang gawin. Honestly, parang hindi ako makatulog. Hindi ako makatulog sa gabi na parang meron akong ginawang something na alam kong against dun sa pinangako kong integrity, value for integrity. Hindi ako okay about it.
What do you think will happen po if the accountant advises their clients in paying the right taxes, even if they insist not to?
For those naman na would still insist, saludo ako sa kanila. I mean, yan talaga actually yung napapansin ko, presently dito sa atin, sa Philippines, na minsan yung accountant yung nagsasabi ng, ma'am, ito po yung bayaran natin. But the owners themselves, ay, ayoko ng ganyan. Ma-expose ako. So parang for this, normally those people, ako, nakakita ko ng ganyan, dapat lilipat ako, kaya lang, nakita ko ang dumi nung nila nung reporting. So hindi ako, nag-resign ako. Ayokong tanggapin. So yung mga ganyang accountants, very true to their work as accountants.
Stop naman, change angle na.
Ay.